Greetings, members one and all of the Salivation Nation, with an unboxing for gold. Don't know which one this is, but there's actually two. I'm going to do two separate videos because one I've got some thoughts on. So let's break into this one and see exactly what is inside. Both ordered from APMEX. I'm physically opening the box just so you understand it's a physical activity. And as is the case, there's a box, or the package within a package here. And it is that one that we will actually slice and dice this thing. Pull the contents out. Paperwork is there. Here is the coin. Alright, it is the Type 2 Gold Eagle. That's right. The Gold Eagle Type 2. Anxious to see what this looks like. We're going to actually pull it out of the packaging here, or the flip, and take a look at this. Here we go. All right. Very interesting indeed. There it is. All of its glory, and you can see the... I'm kind of curious to see what that foot looks like. Got to be very careful here so I don't smudge it up, because I was railing against this. Yeah, it's not very defined, but there's a hint of a stub rather than a foot, which some say that is this is right down here at the lower where my fingernail is. That is the foot that was basically modified from the original to make it more pronounced in this version, but they went back to the earlier version, but there's not as much detail, and some of the gown looks kind of tattered almost, in a sense, textured in a weird way. But nonetheless, the coin is actually struck very well. Now we're going to take a look at the reverse. There it is, the new reverse for the Gold Eagle, and 1 ounce fine gold. And my initial impressions looking at it through the camera is that it's not quite as bad as I thought it was going to be, although really I'm not the biggest fan. I think this is one of those designs that probably could have been better on a metal, like a cool metal. We've seen it on other metals and coins, but this is now the new heads for the coin. It almost looks like this should be the heads, and the obverse should be the tails. Because even though we're not seeing Lady Liberty's tail from this angle, we know that if we turned her around, we would see her tail. But nonetheless, there it is. And the hair does not quite have the texture that it had on the prior version. But this is the side people are talking about. And then we also have the security feature, which is there, which is only a carved out, a carved out reed. One reed missing, and nonetheless I can look and see if there's any errors or any other issues with other parts, because I saw it on the Silver Eagles. I'll post a link to that video that showed there was a 3/4 cut in all of the 6 of the Silver Eagles I got. But it almost looks like Lady Liberty is a little bit more higher relief, but maybe that's just me. I have to do a comparison to look at the difference between it and the Type 1. But this is the Type 2 2021. Augustus St. Gaudens's little stamp, his signature, is there, and it is actually in a different place now than what it was. 2021 is the year of issue, but yeah, I wanted to get one of these to see what it looked like in hand, and now we see it. And you've already seen this in other channels. Was hoping to be first, but I've missed out on it. But nonetheless, very, very nice to have another ounce of gold to add to the collection, or add to the stack, I guess, so to speak. And the detail is actually very nice on the eagle's head. The eye is a little bit strange, because it looks like somebody's poked a hole in his pupil. And that is a little odd. But other than that, everything else seems to look fairly good. But it's one of those things. What is the mark of a bald eagle? Well, it is the white contrast of the feathers on top with the other, with the back, and you really can't see that on this. So it kind of makes it really tough to tell that this is actually a bald eagle. Maybe the shape of the beak gives it away. I'm not sure, but it does have a much more confident look, I think, than what we had seen in the on the silver eagle, where the eagle is landing, but almost looks defeated. But nonetheless, what we see on this coin is 6 stars, which is kind of I know they just did it just to kind of add balance here, but why not put 7 more on there to make it 13, which is on the silver eagle. And we do have 50 stars on this side for each of the states, but they put 6 stars here. Actually, there's 7. I take that back. There's 7 stars. There's 1 down there at the bottom. So why not put 6 more somewhere in there? But anyways, so there you go. We don't know exactly. To this day, the mint has not said one word other than what's on the description, is that the security feature is a missing read. And I'll have more to say about that later, even whether or not the United States issues a statement or not, no matter what the level of security is for this, and I'll talk more about it later on. But nonetheless, another ounce of gold, and I did overpay for this at the time. Spot was high, but at the time, the deal was fairly good on eBay through APMEX. They were charging on eBay through APMEX not a whole lot more for cash price, and I do that so I can take advantage of credit card points that I've taken advantage of already this year in order to get the Libertad, the gold Libertad. But there you go, another ounce of gold. I'm going to put it back in its flip now so I don't cause any issues with it. But nonetheless, another ounce, and of the new Type 2 Gold American Eagle. Is this a coin that you are interested in? If you're a gold collector, I'm of the understanding that the fractionals do not have the security feature, the missing read, which is another failure by the United States Mint in my view, because they will just create a whole lot more fakes of those. But hey, to me, there's not really much incentive to not fake these anyway. But nonetheless, there you go. Fascinating to see the new design, the first design change we've seen since the coins were first issued in 1986. 1 ounce fine gold. Another thing I will say, because people have been asking me, I might need to do a separate video on this, is that this is 22 karat gold. That's 0.9167 fine. It actually weighs more than an ounce, but it has 1 ounce of pure gold in it. But it is mixed with other metals. That's the alloy, what's known as an alloy, in order to strengthen it. So this, compared to a 1 ounce buffalo, which is 999 fine gold, this actually weighs more than it. And they compensate for that weight to make up for the alloy, the difference. So you get a full ounce of gold when you purchase an American Eagle. So there you have it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I'm curious to know if you like this better than the old design, or if you like the old design better. I like that this is more detailed than the old design, but I'm still probably prefer the old design than this design. There's so many different, there was so much potential for a really good eagle in flight on this that they could have done, even from the designs that were proposed, even though none were really all that great, but there were certainly a lot of potential that they could have used for this. I will say this, this design almost became the Silver Eagle design. It was at the last minute, I think the Secretary of the Treasury actually chose this design for the gold as opposed to the silver. So there you go. A multitude of gratitude to you all for taking the time to watch, and I want to encourage you to please rate, share, comment, and subscribe.